Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today and do my upper end 2017 favorites. And I'm just going to jump right into this. And I have to include two things that didn't get into the proper video. The NYX color corrector. This is my holy grail color corrector. I left it out of my drugstore upper end favorites. This covers like nothing else I have. This is totally dethroned my MAC Radiant Rose Prep and Prime and my Marc Jacobs Bright Idea. I don't use anything anymore except this, unless I'm real rested. And then the other thing, and that is the Croc Flat Iron. It's got temperature control. It turns off after I think 30 minutes. I love this. It flat irons my hair real good. I just really like this a lot. All right, going on to my upper end favorites. I'm going to start with sunscreen. The Dr. Jart. I love the sheen it puts on my face. It's just nice. My makeup goes on perfect over it. This may be why I forget primer, because I love this so much. Then the Shiseido BB. This is a medium coverage. I would never really even need to use foundation over this. I love it to go to the gym in the mornings. This or a Bare Minerals is plenty of cover just to go to the gym. When my foundation is too light or too dark, if it's too light, I put on the Shiseido in a medium and it darkens it up. I'm holding this way back because it's dirty. And if it's too dark, I put on the Shiseido Light and it either lightens or darkens my foundation a shade. I'm pretty passionate about those sunscreens. Next is an eye primer. Smashbox. I don't even shop around. This grabs and holds the eyeshadow like crazy. When I was having laser, they put those goggles on you and some gauze. Mascara's all like everywhere. Eyeshadow stayed. The Smashbox eye primer is great. I'm not putting a primer into my yearly favorites. A face primer. I love the Becca backlighting, but I haven't been using it that long, so I'm leaving a face primer off. For concealers, it's the Tarte Shape Tape. What hasn't been said about this? I had to learn to use it. The cover is so good. I just put it right here and then blend it out or it gets too thick. You just don't need much of this. The NARS in the Pot. I think this is mattifying. I'm going to link everything below. I use this as a touch-up, but I have used it as an initial, and I like this a hair underneath Shape Tape. But if they took Shape Tape off the market tomorrow, I'd be fine with this. This is great for an initial. It's beautiful for a touch-up. I do it with a baby beauty blender. Lovely. I don't know that much would get me off this. I really don't. For foundations, the It CC has to be first because I use this. I bet I used this 97% of the year. I'm totally making that statistic up. Being in the desert where the sun is beating down on me 95% of the year, make up another statistic. I used this almost daily all year long. And when I used something else, half the time it was mixed with this. I love this mixed with another one of my favorites. The Double Wear. So, I'm going to hold it up here, it's dirty. I was so late to this party, I don't care. It stays on all day. I can wear it by itself or with this, and I love it both ways. And it doesn't get overly shiny during the day. If that is an issue to you, it is to me. I get shiny after powder all the time. Even with those is the Dior Forever. The Dior Forever is just a beautiful finish, and at the end of the day, I just stare at the luminosity of it. I always look shiny, kind of oily. This makes me actually look luminous. These are all at least a medium coverage. I don't go light cover, ever. If it says light cover, it's not going to be in my makeup stash. For powders, the Chanel Universal. This is finely milled. I find it blurring, but light. It's beautiful. This knocked my Laura Mercier out of my life completely. And then the Peach Perfect. I want to show y'all how this sits in my desk all the time. The lid is never on it. The first time I ever used this was on video. And I was doing a haul and I was like, hey, let's try this together. And I put it on and I was like, this is used 5 or 6 times a day. I have backups. The Lancome Dual Finish. Classic. I've used this off and on since 1993. I use it for a touch-up. It's beautiful. Pat it on with this sponge. You can use it with a thicker sponge wet for an actual foundation. Now I will tell you, it has an old-fashioned scent. You don't smell it once it's on. It's just beautiful. The Bare Minerals in the matte. If I put on Shiseido BB with a light cover and this, I could go all day on that. If you need a fast makeup application, the powder. You just real fast and go. I'm so glad I rediscovered this year. For contour, the Anastasia Contour Kit Daily. It's the only one I use because I'm in use apps. Have hit pan on 2 of them, and I'm going to be sad when this is gone. I should have bought another one when it was on sale, but... Okay, highlighters. The Shy Beam, it just gives you a subtle glow. You just dot it on, bounce it out with a beauty blender. Beautiful. It's a great starter highlighter because it's just so easy and it's so subtle. So the Shy Beam is a great place to start. And the Lancome Sparkling Pesh. I feel like I've had this just long enough to slip this in here, and I've used it a lot. It's very pigmented. I keep it back here so it doesn't show my pores, but y'all, if you ever get a highlighter showing pores or texture, just get a beauty blender and bounce that out, and then kind of brush a little blush or powder or something over it. You can kind of work that in. This is beautiful. Okay, for blushes, the Benefit California. Wore it all summer long. It's got some peach, it's got some pink. It's just lovely. In the summertime, I love it. And then Ombre Radiance from It. And this is in Je ne sais quoi. I have it on today. It leaves a little bit of a luminosity. It's just a nice pink. Makes you look like you've just come in from out of the cold. It's beautiful. Hourglass Ambient Blush. This one is in Incandescent Electra. I use these as blush toppers because they're so light. It just adds a little bit of a glow. If you don't want a full highlight look, it just add a little bit of an extra something to your color. Okay, eyeliners. I have the Urban Decay 24/7s, and I have the Glide On I like for over my lash line. This is smooth. It goes on nice. I don't notice any smearing. I have these in about 5 or 6 different colors. And then the Waterline liner doesn't budge. These are just comfortable and easy to use. I love them. Mascara, I have one. The MAC Hot and Naughty, I have it on today over a little bit of Essence because I layer my mascaras. Heavy cover, makes them thick, long, doesn't transfer. I think this is my 3rd tube of it. I've used it since summer. I'm so happy with my mascara. I'm just not even really looking, y'all. I'm off the market with the mascara. For lip liners, Lancome lip liners in about 5 different colors. They were just in my Lancome video. I'll link that. I'm not going to swatch all these. Lancome lip liners are just nice. They're comfortable. They go on real easy. You can use these easily as a lipstick because they're so smooth and soft. Brush on this end that you can blend them out. I just really like them. For lipsticks, I have 3. Holy Grail is the Natasha Denona Smoky Rose. Daily, this is the first thing I put on just about every morning. I think it's what I have on right now. I just love it. It's light, it's pinky nude, it's just perfect. Then I have MAC Hue, and this is supposedly a dupe for the Tom Ford Nude Vanilla, that one. And I love that too. And then when y'all haven't really heard me talk about, maybe ever, but I use it all the time, and that is MAC Bosom Friend. This one is real light. I lighten lipsticks with it. Just a baby pink. I use it all the time. Okay, lip glosses. I have Marc Jacobs, Moon Glow, and Sugar Sugar. They're both very close in color, and I only have one of them, and I don't know if this is Moon Glow or Sugar Sugar. They're just a real pale pink with a silvery shimmer, and they're just nice. The formulation on these is lovely. I have 2 Buxoms. I have the White Russian. These are also close. And the Samantha. This is the Samantha. They call it a sexy sheer pink nude. And that's what it is. And then the Buxom White Russian just lightens my lipstick just a tiny bit. These are super nice. I just like the color. Okay, for brushes. Powder brush is the MAC 150S. It really mostly stays in my drawer because I use it all day long. It's just the perfect size, density. This is just a great brush. Then the 135 is my blush brush. It's not too soft. It's shaped just perfect to get right in here. I love this brush. I love it. And for eyes, my Holy Grail crease brush is the Sigma E47. It just gets right in that crease. It's perfection to me. For the lid, the MAC 228. The first time I ever heard about this was on Melissa 55. And I picked one up, and I've bought about 5 of them since then. And it's perfect. It's just small enough for that spotlight on my tiny little eyelids. And then for blending, the Wayne Goss number 16. This brush to me is the real standout in that set. It's got a point, it's fat, it just blends out really nicely. Gets right in that crease. Probably should get a backup of this one. Okay, eyeshadow palettes. Y'all, this was like picking between children. My Viseart Mattes. I love the cool. That is perfect. It's got all your grays. It's got a little taupe. It's got a pink, a purple. It's perfect. The warm, I love it. I have some of this on today. I just love this. I use it almost daily. And that kind of alternates with my neutral palette. Those transitions and for lid color, and it's just got it all. And then the darks. Again, what do you say? That's perfect for deepening up a crease. Usually, you know, when you're describing a fine eyeshadow, it's soft and buttery. No, these are chalky. When you touch them, these feel real dry. There's no fallout. The pigment's great. There's a reason makeup artists love it. MAC Semi-Sweet ×9. I keep this in my desk and I touch up with it all the time. It looks like it's barely been touched. I use this often. I just dip my brush in it, richen up that crease. I also perfect my spotlight with it with that light color. And y'all, this one. I almost took this back. And really when I saw it, I was like, I don't get the hype. It's a neutral palette, and that is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar. I love that it has a brown so dark it's almost black. Then it still has another dark brown down here. I'm passionate about that pink on my spotlight. That's not there today. It was there yesterday. I almost took this back when I took back the Sweet Peach. I was like, why am I keeping that? I love this palette. The Naked Smoky palette. Get the brush out. I've enjoyed this palette so much this year. When I'm into cools and a smoky eye, this is a go-to. Okay, for those orange kind of fiery tones, the Urban Decay Heat. It gives me a great warm look every time. I love this taupe and that white. Perfect. Then it's got this dark, dark brown. Add your richness with those reds. I love this palette. And then two palettes I probably used more than any this year. Anastasia Modern Renaissance. There for a while, this was all I was wearing. Browns, reds, those golds down there are perfect. It's just a perfect palette to me. And then the Subculture. This is beautiful too. I usually get these out together. I love this dark, dark brown down here and this color right here for my spotlight. I always get good looks with these. Okay, and then I have two from Tarte. It's what I'm wearing today. When I want a good, cool look, this one's the one I'm reaching for. I'll tell you what puts me off about it, though. I'm going to tell you something bad about it. If anybody has the ear of Tarte, please tell them it's not comfortable to look in a mirror at 8 o'clock in the morning. It reflects off of my makeup mirror. I can't see these shades very good until I memorized them. They're just hard to see, but they're beautiful. And I could get a warm look with that. Can you even see it? I tend to go cool with this, you know, kind of down here. So I'm getting great looks with this. I love the Tartist Pro. And then this one. I should keep this in my desk because those transitions could not be more perfect. I get good looks with that. And I think that's it for my upper end favorites. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.